Joe Moralia with us here on the John Mendola Show. We're talking about the Lady Forester softball team. Coach, let's talk a little bit about 2019. What are you looking forward to with this group of young ladies?
Well, actually, this is my third year with the Foresters. My program is kind of in place, and the girls are buying into it. And so we have everybody back. We only lost one senior. We have 7 seniors this year, so I'm looking for a lot of good leadership. And even though we kind of been a little successful, we won back-to-back districts, but this year I think this is the year we kind of put it all together. I believe that if they continue to do what they're doing, we should be successful, within the league and in the district, and hopefully go from there.
Sometimes a little bit of a disadvantage, but maybe you could take care of some other things as getting outside. Maybe only out once or twice. Maybe teams in the Valley have gotten out 4 or 5, 6 times. So talk a little bit about just, hey, when you're inside, you do what you have to do. When you're outside, you take care of the other things.
Well, actually, it's kind of unique. Good question, because the last 2 years, especially up in Forest City, for example, last year we missed 18 practices because of the weather, and we didn't even get outside until like maybe mid-April, first week of April. This year it's been a lot less restrictive. Even though we're in the gym, we didn't miss a practice yet. So we have a lot of good drills going on. But what I did this year to get that feel, even though we're not outside, we've been down Riverfront 3 times already. So, we have a good parents club that support us big time. So we have had some really good practices. Today was the first time we actually got outside. We did scrimmage already. We had a scrimmage, like I said, again, in Riverfront against Lakeland. Didn't do bad for the first time looking at live pitching, but it seems like we're getting a lot more done, and we could work a lot more on the little things because we have the opportunity to have more practices, so it's coming together. And today was our first day outside, a little chilly, but we have a scrimmage Thursday, we have a doubleheader Saturday, so we're looking forward to it.
Let's talk about the pitching and the defense this year. How much of a strength that'll be?
I think definitely we have a senior who's our pitcher. She's been our pitcher since she's a sophomore, so we're going to have some good leadership there. Our defense, like I said, we have 7 seniors, so we're pretty solid in the outfield. We have a couple underclassmen playing the infield. We have a sophomore shortstop and a junior third base, but that right side is seniors. Our catcher. So we have a lot of strong leadership, and we have some depth. We have some really young kids coming up that have been buying into the program. So I'm kind of excited and looking forward to the season.
If you look at the league, talk about the competition that you're going to face and what you look forward to with that.
Yeah, definitely. Last year Montrose was the team to beat. They had excellent pitching. I know Blue Ridge has a decent pitcher coming back, but everybody else kind of lost a lot. And we're kind of the only team, even though, without even bragging on paper, if anybody's been following us and following the league, they're going to say, hey, Forest City is the team to beat. And that's just the way it is. If you're following the sport, you'll see that we have 7 seniors, so the league, there's a couple teams definitely that, look forward to playing, but we'll see what happens. But I think it'll be a little competitive, but, again, I think we have strong leadership, and I think we're the team to go forward this year.
All right, Joe, great to catch up with you. We wish you the best here.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Emily Kernashak joining us here on the John Mendola Show. She is a senior. Emily, let's talk about this season. What are you looking forward to with this team?
I think we have a lot of potential this year to win league, districts again. I think we're going to go really far this year.
How about the outfield? Talk about some of the players coming back. You're going to be in right field. Who are the other players?
Maggie Kowalewski, who's in center. She's been there. We have a new left fielder, Madeline Shima, and she's looking pretty good this year.
Tight group of girls, small school. Talk a little bit about what it's like being a Lady Forester and being in the halls there at Forest City.
You pretty much see everyone everywhere, so we're all pretty close. We practice with each other every day, so we're all close.
Pretty cold up there in Forest City. Let's talk a little bit about getting outside. It's been tough, but when you get out there, try to make the best of it, and also when you're inside, you try to make the best of it. So talk a little bit about the dynamics of being in a cold weather area there.
It's kind of hard to go outside, but today we went outside for the first time, and it wasn't too bad. We were all bundled up, but we still work hard inside and outside.
Cheerleading is something else you do. You're involved with the FBLA, the Spanish Club Student Council, a member of the National Honor Society. Talk about just being so busy.
It teaches you time management, and it really like helps you like prepare for college.
And let's talk about that next step for you. You already know where you're headed?
Yeah, I put my deposit down for Bloomsburg.
And tell us what you're going to study.
I'm going to study business administration.
What inspired you for that? Any family members? Just something you got interested in?
Well, I want to be a paralegal eventually, so I'm working to go towards that.
All right, you got a sister, Caitlin, who's 21. Tell us about what she's up to in your relationship with her.
Me and Katie are really close, and she goes to Temple University. She's graduating this year. She's in neuroscience, and she wants to be a physical therapist.
All right, great stuff. And let's talk about your sister and your friends and your parents, all the people that kind of you look up to that make you who you are.
They're really positive role models for me. They teach me everything, help me from right from wrong, so I really appreciate everything they do.
What's one of the funnest things with this softball team? Is there anything you do, whether it's outside of softball, bus rides? Take us through something that's pretty unique.
The bus rides are definitely the best because we all just like get pumped up for the games and sing and dance and all that stuff. So.
All right, Emily, great to catch up with you. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Maggie Kowalewski here on the John Mendola Show, a senior for Forest City. Maggie, let's talk about your role on the team. What does Coach expect out of you?
He expects me to play really good in center field, get my throws down when I throw to home. Expects me to hit my cuts in the outfield, catch all the pop flies.
Let's talk about you with the bat. Take us through what it's like at the plate and what you try to do to get on base.
Well, I'm working on my inside pitch, and I'm trying to get it out so I can hit it far, and I'm doing really well swinging. I've been practicing on the tees, and I've been getting them in the outfield.
How about defensively? Talk about your outfield. You got a couple players coming back and a new left fielder, but how do you expect your outfield to be this year for Forest City?
I feel like we'll have a strong outfield. I mean, Emily and I have been there already in the outfield, and Madeline has experience in the outfield, so we're pretty strong. We've been practicing high pops and everything, and we're pretty good.
Three-sport athlete, basketball and soccer. Do you have a favorite?
Softball's my favorite.
And as far as the next step for you, what are you looking to do with your life?
Attend the University of Scranton, study biology pre-vet to one day become a veterinarian.
Oh, you got to be pretty smart for that stuff, so
Yes.
good luck.
Thank you.
As far as your role models, your brother and your parents, other family members, talk about what they do for you to make you successful.
They really push me through school, keep my grades up, teach me a lot of things to learn about, like vet, and I work on a dairy farm as well with my aunt and uncle, and they really teach me a lot about what I need to know for the future.
This year you're looking forward to playing Susquehanna. Talk about what that rivalry's like.
We usually play them into the districts, and they're a pretty good team, and we come close, and we really want to win districts this year so we can go on to the state playoffs.
All right, Maggie, great to catch up with you. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Alyssa Peters is with us here on the John Mendola Show as we continue the conversation about the Lady Forester softball team, senior year. You play second base, so talk about that infield this year. How solid do you think defensively you'll be?
Our defense in the infield is going to be really solid. We have a senior pitcher as well as a senior first baseman, and we're just going to be a really strong defense in the.
Got to have that connection with your shortstop. Talk a little bit
Right.
about what that's going to be like this year.
Our shortstop is a sophomore, and she's really good. We're building our connection more, so it's easier for us to make plays.
How about you at the plate? Let's talk about things that Coach asks you to do.
Sometimes he asks me to bunt. I'm a bunter. I'm pretty quick, and I got better at hitting over the past year, so I think it's going to be good this year.
A lot of success the last couple of years. Coach is thinking this year maybe we could, take another step. Talk about what you think the work ethic of these girls has been for Forest City and taking that next step and having a little more success.
We're working really hard. We want to make it to states this year as well as win districts and league, so all of us are working really hard.
You talk about your family. You got support from your brothers.
Right.
You got two of them who are a little older. So tell us about your relationship with them and what they try to do to inspire you.
They inspire me a lot. My brother Tom lives in Ithaca, New York, and he graduated from college, obviously a couple of years ago, and he's just pushed me to be a better person, to be successful in my future years.
You like science in the classroom, and you're thinking about Marywood University. Talk about what you're going to study there.
I'm going to study medical laboratory science.
Okay. And what gave you the inspiration for that?
I just did my research, and I really like chemistry and biology, and it builds into that, and that's why I want to do that.
As far as your teammates, one of your teammates mentioned about the bus rides and having some fun there. Anything else that you do, or you really like the bus rides as well?
Yeah, we really like the bus rides. We really get pumped up for the games. We listen to music, and we all sing and dance.
All right, Alyssa, well, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Carrie Gillette is with us here on the John Mendola Show. She is a senior. You're the pitcher. So let's talk a little bit about having a little bit of weight on your shoulders, saying, okay, I got a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
Do you feel that, or you feel pretty comfortable on the mound?
I actually trust my teammates. Like, we have a very solid defense, and it does get tough at times, but I trust them a lot.
We'll talk about that defense behind you this year. You got a lot of players back, so you're feeling confident about all those people there?
Yes, I feel very confident this year. I have a feeling that we're going to go very far with our league and with the district, and I'm very excited for this season.
You got to have a relationship with your catcher, so talk a little bit about what that's like. You have some experience there with you and your catcher?
Yeah, she's a funny girl. We've been catching and pitching together for God knows how long, and sorry.
That's okay. You feel like you have a relationship with her off the field and on the field that makes it a little stronger?
Yeah, we talk a lot in school. We don't really hang out like off time, but softball season we get very close together.
Let's talk about your coach and what he demands of you. And he knows that there's going to be a pretty good year this year, but you have to go out there and earn it.
Yeah, he pushes me a lot, and he's always there for me. And
Well, you're talking about you have a couple siblings who are older. Talk about their influence on you and what they've given you to inspire you.
they're like my biggest fans. They're always asking me how I did in the game, asking if I won, and always like patting me on the back every game.
Your parents, talk about your relationship with them and how they have set you up for success as well.
They spent a lot of money on me to get me to where I am, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm also on a travel softball team for the Impact Panthers, and they spent a lot of money on hotels, gas, and everything, so I'm very thankful for that.
And Marywood University, the next step for you, graphic design, where did that come from? Anybody in the family, or just something you looked into and said, this is going to be me?
I've been doing art for quite a while now, but I do have an uncle that also designs, so I kind of look up to him also.
All right, Carrie, well, it's great to hear from you, and we wish you the best. Hope you have a great season.
All right, thank you.